We've been diving deep into the world of large language models and how they're changing code generation.
Yeah.
But what if we could push these LLMs even further than just, churning out lines of code?
Right.
Today, we're going deep on FlowGen.
Okay.
It's a framework that brings real-world software development processes to AI.
Interesting.
So it's not just about the code itself, but the whole process.
It has a fascinating approach, yeah.
And they've actually modeled these AI teams after 3 well-known software development processes: Waterfall, test-driven development, and Scrum.
Makes sense.
Let's focus on Scrum for this deep dive, given its popularity and its focus on collaboration.
Yeah, Scrum is all about breaking down those complex projects into manageable chunks.
Right.
You work in these focused bursts called sprints.
Yeah.
And constantly adapt based on the feedback.
So how do you translate something as human-centric as Scrum into AI?
Well, FlowGenScrum actually creates distinct LLM agents.
Okay.
And each one plays a specific role in that development process.
It's like a requirement engineer, architect, developer, tester.
Yeah, and even a Scrum Master.
Wow.
They interact through prompts and responses.
Interesting.
Much like a human team would.
So walk me through how this AI Scrum team actually tackles a task.
So imagine a sprint planning meeting, but with AI.
Okay.
The Scrum Master LLM facilitates, breaks down the overall goal into those smaller user stories. From there, the requirement engineer clarifies the specifics.
Okay.
The architect designs the solution, the developer writes the code, and the tester makes sure it all works.
It's like a well-oiled machine.
It is.
But made entirely of LLMs.
Right.
Do these AI-driven Scrum processes actually have tangible benefits?
They do.
Okay.
The research findings are very compelling.
Great.
They tested FlowGenScrum on 4 industry-standard code generation benchmarks.
Okay.
And compared it to several baselines.
Including just prompting ChatGPT directly.
Yes, and the results were really quite striking.
So right out of the gate, FlowGenScrum is producing better code than just raw prompting.
Yes, especially FlowGenScrum.
Can you give me some specifics?
Yeah.
Like how much better are we talking?
On the human evil benchmark, FlowGenScrum achieved a 75.2% pass at one rate.
Wow.
Compared to 64.4% for raw ChatGPT prompting.
That's a big jump.
It is.
Especially when you consider how complex these tasks are.
Exactly.
So FlowGenScrum is producing working code almost 3/4 of the time without needing any corrections.
That's right.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Did the other process models, Waterfall and TDD,
Uh-huh.
demonstrate similar improvements?
Well, they did outperform raw prompting, particularly on human evil and human evil ET benchmarks.
Interesting.
Each process had its strengths and weaknesses, though.
So Scrum was the clear frontrunner.
It seems so.
I'm curious what makes FlowGenScrum so effective.
It's multifaceted.
Is it just the collaborative aspect?
It's part of it.
Okay.
Scrum's iterative nature really aligns perfectly with how LLMs learn and adapt. That makes sense.
They thrive on feedback and constant refinement.
LLMs are pattern recognition machines at their core.
Yeah.
So the more data and feedback they get, the better they perform.
Exactly. And FlowGenScrum uses that strength really well.
Okay.
But there's another layer to its success.
That's that.
The distinct roles within FlowGenScrum allow each LLM agent to focus on what it does best.
Oh, okay.
So the requirement engineer is all about clarity. The architect focuses on design.
Right.
And the developer gets to dive deep into the code.
So it's like having a team of expert AI coders.
Yes.
Each with their own area of expertise.
Right.
All working in perfect harmony.
Precisely.
Wow.
It's about harnessing the collective intelligence of these AI agents.
Interesting.
Each one contributing its unique capabilities to achieve a shared goal.
Cool.
And the results really do speak for themselves.
That's great.
Yeah.
We've seen that FlowGenScrum can produce more accurate code.
Right.
But what about the quality of that code?
Is it well-structured?
Yeah.
Readable, maintainable?
Yeah, that's a good point.
We don't want AI just spitting out, spaghetti code.
Right.
That's a nightmare to work with.
No, definitely not.
So did they look into this?
They did.
Okay.
And one key finding was that FlowGenScrum produced code with significantly lower standard deviation across multiple runs.
So it's not just about getting the right answer, but getting it consistently.
Exactly.
That's huge for predictability and reliability.
Absolutely. Consistency is key. And FlowGenScrum seems to really get that.
Oh.
But they went a step further, too.
Okay.
And analyzed the code for things like code smells.
Oh, code smells.
Yeah.
Those are the little things that make developers cringe.
Yeah, things like poorly named variables.
Right.
Unnecessarily complex logic.
Or a complete lack of comments.
Exactly.
Did FlowGenScrum manage to avoid those?
Well, this is where it gets even more impressive.
Okay.
They found that specific development activities within FlowGenScrum, like the design phase and code review, led to measurable improvements in the code quality.
Wait, so you're telling me these AI agents are picking up on good coding style?
It seems like it.
Just by going through the motions of a Scrum process?
It is pretty amazing.
That's wild.
Yeah, they observed a reduction in code smells,
Okay.
better exception handling, and overall more robust code.
It's as if the AI agents, by working within the structure of Scrum,
Right.
were actually internalizing good software design.
It seems that way.
Wow.
Yeah.
That reminds me of the anecdote from the paper about Flow and Waterfall and FlowGen TDD.
Yeah.
They mention times when these models failed tests,
Right.
not because the code was incorrect,
Yeah.
but because it was too strict.
That's right.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
Well, in some cases, FlowGen Waterfall and FlowGen TDD,
Yeah.
adhering to their rigid processes,
Okay.
produced code that was technically correct,
Mm-hmm.
but it failed to meet the specific requirements of the tests.
Interesting.
They were so focused on the rules
Right.
that they missed the bigger picture.
That's like they were overachieving students who got penalized
Yeah.
for going beyond the assignment.
Exactly. And that's why FlowGenScrum really stands out here.
Okay.
It allows for that flexibility and adaptation.
Right.
That's so crucial in the real world.
It's not just about following rules.
Yeah.
It's about understanding the intent and achieving the outcome.
Exactly.
This research is truly groundbreaking.
It is.
It's not just automating code generation.
Right.
It's replicating the human element of collaboration and problem solving within AI.
It really challenges our preconceived notions about what AI can do.
Yeah, we're seeing AI move beyond just, task execution
Right.
and into this realm of collaborative intelligence,
Yeah.
mirroring the way humans work together.
It's amazing.
So FlowGenScrum produces high-quality, accurate code,
Yes.
adheres to best practices. What does this mean for the future of software development?
Well, it's an exciting prospect.
Are we on the cusp of AI teams working alongside human developers?
It's closer than we might think.
Wow.
Imagine AI handling all the repetitive,
Okay.
tedious aspects of coding,
Yeah.
freeing up humans to focus on creativity.
The innovation.
The big picture.
It's not about replacing human developers.
Yeah.
It's about augmenting their abilities.
Exactly.
Creating this partnership
Yeah.
where AI and humans work together
Yeah, a synergistic partnership.
to achieve extraordinary results.
That's right.
We could see a dramatic increase in productivity,
Yeah.
efficiency, allowing us to tackle these more ambitious projects
Absolutely.
and push the boundaries of what's possible.
Right.
This research has opened up a world of possibilities,
It has.
and the implications extend far beyond code generation.
Yeah. If AI can master collaboration and agile development,
Right.
what other complex challenges can we tackle?
That's the exciting question.
It is.
So we talked about FlowGenScrum's success and how it does better than those traditional methods like Waterfall and TDD.
Yeah.
But let's dig a little deeper into why that is.
Okay.
We talked about how FlowGen Waterfall and FlowGen TDD could be too strict sometimes.
Yeah.
Can you unpack that a bit more?
Sure.
What happened there?
Well, FlowGen Waterfall, true to its nature, had the agents working in a very linear way.
Okay.
Each step had to be done before moving on to the next.
So like the phases of a traditional waterfall project?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that resulted in code that was usually well-structured and documented, but it wasn't agile.
So it couldn't handle any unexpected changes.
Right, or like evolving requirements.
So it was like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole.
Yeah, kinda.
What about FlowGen PDD?
Well, FlowGen TDD was all about testing.
Okay.
Every line of code was written to pass a specific test, so it led to very robust code.
Yeah.
But that hyper-focus on testing sometimes made the agents over-engineer solutions.
So the code was technically perfect,
Yeah.
but maybe too complex?
Right.
It's like they were too focused on the trees to see the whole forest.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
They missed the overall goal because they were so focused on perfect test coverage.
Right. And that's really why FlowGenScrum stands out here.
Yeah.
It finds that perfect balance.
Between structure and flexibility.
Yeah.
So the AI agents can collaborate, iterate, and adapt.
And it really mirrors the best parts of agile development.
Scrum allows for that feedback loop,
Yes.
that continuous improvement that LLMs do so well with.
Exactly. It's not about just following a set of rules.
It's about understanding the goals and, adjusting as needed.
And that adaptability is what sets FlowGenScrum apart. It's not just copying what human developers do.
It's capturing how they solve problems.
Right.
This has been a really incredible deep dive.
It has.
Into FlowGen and this exciting world of AI-driven software development.
It's pretty amazing.
We've seen how this simple idea of bringing Scrum to LLMs can unlock this whole new level of code quality, efficiency, and innovation.
It's really groundbreaking research.
It really is.
It changes how we think about what AI can do.
It hints at a future where AI doesn't just help us,
Right.
but actually collaborates with us to build amazing things.
Absolutely.
So as we wrap up this episode, we'll leave you with a question.
Okay.
If AI can master collaboration and agile development,
Yeah.
what other complex challenges can we conquer together?
That's the question.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep innovating, and stay curious.